Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be learning how to draw a pattern for a pencil skirt. A very simple one at that. So yeah, my pencil skirt is not actually ready, but we're just going to practice. So, and I'm not a pro yet. Not a pro. I'm still a learner, and I'm going to use this video as a form to learn more and practice, and also to just recall other things I've been doing. So in my other videos I'll also be doing the same thing, and at the end of the day we're going to do a preview of how far we've come. So it's just like a milestone. So let's get started. No time to waste time. Come on. For this simple pattern for a pencil skirt, the tools you will need is a paper for drawing a pattern. Now we have different kinds of paper for drawing. I would have explained that more, but that should be in my next video. So, and they come in different colors, but I mostly use brown and white. Well, in this video we'll be using either of the two. So yeah, you will need a paper for your patterns, big size please, if you're measuring yourself. Then you will need your measuring tape, very important. You will also need a pencil. If you have, you can use pencil, pen, chalk, candle. I'll show you how to use candle. What else would you need? I think just that, and then the scissors for cutting. But in this video we won't be cutting. I'll just show you how to draw it. Okay, so let's move on to the next step. This is the okay, so the reason for drawing patterns is to through with drawing the pattern, you cannot put it on your material and cut it to be straight. So now on this paper, let's pretend this is our material now. Okay, so this is our material. So I'm going to be fold it like this to make it equal. So I'll have to fold it. But notice I'm not doing a pencil step. It has to look neat and equal. So at the end of the day, this is how our material is supposed to be like. The paper is rough, but we'll just manage it because I've been using it for a while now. So now that our paper is equal, because it has to be equal, you should note that the open side of the fabric should face forward, while the closed side, which is here, is facing me. Because of, if we were to cut the pattern, this is where we cut it from, not here. But that should be in my next video. So yes, let's move on to measurements. So now when you're sewing or when you're about to measure, you have to make sure that you're not measuring from left to right, because that's wrong. You have to measure from right here to left, which is here. So that's just a note. So let's get started with the main work. So now I am going to measure our length, the length of the skirt, which is 20 inches. So here and here. So now for the measuring aspect, we'll start with our skirt length. Our skirt length is 20 inches. The skirt length is like where you want the skirt to like reach you. So I'll measure my 20 inches. In this case, I'm going to use a marker. Now, it's not advisable to use a marker, but I'm using a marker because I've already taken my time to learn it, so I know that I'm not going to make mistakes. But if you're still learning, I recommend that you use a pencil and eraser. So now, back to what I was saying. You measure 20 inches, which is what I'm going to add here. So here, 20 inches. And I'll add extra 22 inches, which is, sorry, I'll add 2 inches, not 22 inches. So this is 22 inches. So let's draw our line. And I also forgot to mention that when measuring your pattern, you measure from right to left, not left to right, to get an accurate measurement. Now I'd have used a longer ruler because I'm not sure that it's bending, but this is just practice. I'm not actually going to cut it on a real material, we're just practicing. So after that, you can see this is my 22 inches. On my 22 inches, I'm going to measure my hip length. So my hip length is, because I'm going to use my measurement, my own measurement. My hip length is 36. I'm divide 36 by 4 inches, which is this 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to show you guys how I count my measurements. So continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. But remember, my hip length is 36, not 32. So continue. 33, 34, 35, 36. So 36 in 4 inches is 9 inches. If it was 37, I would say 9/4 inches. If it was 38, I would say 9.5 inches. 39, I would say 9¾ inches. Then 40 is 10 inches. But we're measuring 36 inches, which is 9. So bring this out here. The end of the measuring tape, which is here, I'll put my 36 inches. This is 36 inches. Now for my seam allowance, I will add 1 inch. 1 inch. So, which is here. Sorry, it's not straight. I'm not actually using ruler for this. So here is 1 inch seam allowance. So let's move on. So now I'm starting from the end of my paper. Remember, I told you guys that you measure from right to left, not left to right. So you come to the ending side of your paper, which is the right side, and measure 8 inches. So see my measuring tape here. I'll measure 8 inches. Something like here. This is 8 inches. So I roll my line now. 8 inches. After measuring my 8 inches, I'll still measure my hip length again. I remember my hip length is 36 inches into 4 inches now is 9. So we'll come here, remember where it ends here. This is 36 inches and I'll add extra 2.5 inches. This is 2, this is half. You put it on the place where you marked your 36 inches here. So this is 2.5. This is 36 inches. So now I'll come to the end part of my paper. This place I measured is 8 inches. Got to the end side of my paper, the right side, sorry, of the fabric, because this is our pretend fabric. I'll measure my waist length. Now this is when we use waist length, because of that's like the waist of our clothes, what we're going to wear. So, and this is the hip. This is the hip. So here now I will measure 27 inches, and 7 inches should be 6.75, which is here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, so let's try this angle. Sorry for the noise, guys. Some busy people are downstairs. So yeah, I said we'll measure our waist length, which is 27 inches, and 27 inches is 6.75. Where's my 6.75? Which is here. Let me do it one. So starting from here, this is where 27 inches is. That's if you divide by 4. So I'll measure, make sure I reaches the end of the paper to get an accurate measurement. I'll measure it here by 6.75 inches. 6.75 inches. Then I'll add 2.5 seam allowance here. That's one. So now this is for the waist. This is the waist. Let's get into drawing the pattern. These are all the measurements we've taken so far. This is the first one that we measured, our 36 inches with 1 inch. This one, our 8 inches in 36 inches with 2.5 inches, and this one, our waist length, which is 27 inches with 2.5 inches. So now let's draw our skirt. Now, don't expect it to look professional because of I'm still a learner. So, yes, this is how it's supposed to be. And by the time you want to cut it out, which is your, I'm still learning the back pattern, but for now, this is the front side of our skirt. Next week, I'll be showing you guys how to do the back side. So, yes, that's what it's really professional, just like I said. I am still a learner and this sort of practice so far. But when we are about to do the back, you have to like measure it to 2 inches and cut. And your cutting, you have to be straight because of when you want to use it on your material. Just like I said, because of the material, you might want to measure the back. So you now add extra 2 inches. So that is actually it for today. This is how my skirt turned out after weeks of practicing how to draw a perfect pencil skirt. This is how the front of the skirt turned out. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the back skirt. And I hope to see you guys in the next one I'm about to sew. Please like if you liked watching this video and subscribe to see more of my videos. See you next time.